We ready for questions?
Yeah, I'm ready for
Ready
questions.
for questions?
Yeah.
All right. So I'd come up with a couple of questions. You came up with a couple of questions.
Yep.
Trying to figure out what the best answer is, and I'll just put it out there to everybody. And you're kind of like me in this. Like, if you ask me the best of, or I suck at it. If somebody says, "What's your favorite movie?" Like, I go into like a sheer panic attack,
Right.
thinking that I'm going to offend that movie.
Yeah.
If I pick the wrong one.
Yeah.
So I start.
Can we limit it to 90s comedies?
I try to categorize them. I try to I'll give you top 5.
Right.
And it's, I don't even really like movies. Like I do, but it's not like I just cannot do it.
Yeah.
I just get my brain just goes. But the first one is going to be what do you feel like your greatest athletic achievement is?
Yeah, and I don't know, like I mentioned just a minute ago getting to go to Golden West as a high school kid, so that was pretty cool. That was the top 8 in the nation in each event, so I went for the hammer throw and had a really great time. I got to see future Olympian Michelle Carter there, so that was pretty cool. And met a lot of really nice people. That's another spot where you're walking around that meet and it's literally populated with bodies that could be Olympians, like
all mutants.
Yeah, all mutants.
All mutant meat.
Yeah. In the weight room, I've had some pretty good success in the weight room. I did a 705-pound deadlift, and
It's all right.
It's all right. I did my best bench is 460, but I was considerably stronger before I tore my bicep tendon. I did 335 for 18, and so like that was. I was at that point. I was feeling like 500 was in the.
What was your body weight at the 335?
240.
So body weight plus 95.
Yeah.
For 15.
18.
Or 18.
18 reps.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking.
Yeah, don't steal my 3 reps.
Sorry, my bad. I would never. It would be pretty impressive if it was 3 more reps.
Yeah. I was when I did the 705 deadlift. I think I was 210 or 205 or something. I was pretty lean at that point. 2.5 times body weight kind of thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
or
just had
3,
a thought that I'm
3.5 times body weight. That's 3.5 times, isn't it? You'd think, given my profession, that I would be able to get that one figured out.
Yeah. Kyle is a calculus teacher. It's 2 below you. That math is.
Yeah. No,
it's not even a graph.
I wish I could say that was the case, but in reality, I just am.
Are you going to say bad at math?
Bad at math.
There's tons of students out here going like, yes, he is.
Yeah. He can't add. I did 29 pull-ups at one point. Oh no, I know. I think. Well, and then for track when I
said pick your best.
Well, I'm thinking.
Dominate me in every category. I was hoping there would be one thing you didn't say.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Kyle can't run more than 100 yards without dying.
I can't even make it that far.
Even when he was a great athlete.
Yeah. I'll go toe to toe with anybody for the first 45, but after that, it's a real struggle.
Yeah.
So after I got hurt, I got into training because of sport, but I really fell in love with training. Like I love training more than I love competing. More than any other sport. I want to train, and I want to train with people, and I want to train people.
I wonder if that would have been different if you didn't get hurt.
I don't know.
I wonder if you fell in love with it because the goal left you,
right?
For lack of a better term,
right?
So the only thing you could control, really, knowing you in your life, the only thing you could control,
was things were pretty crazy when I was a kid.
Was training.
Yeah,
I wonder if that
was a outlet.
We do need a sports psychologist.
We do.
Yeah, we just start both crying. Like somebody accidentally just gets us a regular psychologist. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I'm down for that. I'll cry on camera. It's all right. I mean, I haven't cried since I was like 7, but I'm sure we can start at some point.
Yeah, I cried last week, man.
Nice. I'm a little jealous.
Soldiers coming home?
Yeah.
You show me one of those?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Like happy, like kids getting scholarships without them knowing?
Yeah. They're
Toast.
great.
Yeah. All sorts of things.
Yeah. What were we talking about? We were talking about things, and you're making fun of me. For
one
not
of your
being able to
400
run.
athletic achievements.
Yeah,
I really should have went first.
You should have gone first.
I really should have went first on this one.
So after I got hurt, I got real kind of obsessive about training economy. Like I was real limited in what I could do because I had that back injury, and it took a long time to recover from. And so I still had goals and stuff, and especially then, I knew how successful my out of season training was, and I was like, man, if I can do this, I can go to school anywhere. And I got 5 years of NCAA eligibility after I graduate, so like maybe I can get into good enough shape, find some workarounds, whatever. Maybe I'm still in it, right? Live in the delusion,
Right.
and I got real into training economy, and at one point I did a 39 and a half inch vertical and 11.2 standing long jump, and so those both felt like real accomplishments to me, because it wasn't like I was a bad jumper naturally, but I wasn't a great jumper naturally. And so like I went from, 19 inches my first time measuring it to 39.
39 is pretty impressive. Like, if I had to guess, you're probably like, your standing reach is 8.2, 8.3, somewhere in that range?
Yeah.
If I had to guess. So, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you really get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun. Like, you feel like you're flying when you're in that kind of shape. And so, that for me was kind of a formative experience in terms of training, because I realized how valuable it was to really think about what you were doing and make sure you were making smart decisions. A lot of times in training, we have things that we just kick off with. We're like, I'm going to work out on a 7-day schedule, and I'm going to do this split, and I'm going to, whatever, right?
Right.
And then once you start with those assumptions, you start trying to do the best thing that you can after you've already made just a fleet of assumptions about your training. And so that was one that felt really cool, both because statistically it's pretty rare. Like the way that we measured vertical, so our Coach U, right, when he would get a new group of kids, he'd be like, I want to see who has the highest reach. And so you'd all go out and stand on your tippy toes and reach up as high as you could. And, like I've seen like at the combine or whatever, they stand flat-footed.
No one's doing the short arm.
Yeah.
Suck your shoulder down.
Yeah. So, I mean, that might be, if it was measured under different circumstances, it might have been like a 44-inch vertical instead of a, 39 or whatever. And so that's probably weirdly enough, that's probably the one that
you most excited about.
Yeah.
Which is funny because last year, I think it was last year,
yeah.
I was working on a new vertical program that I was tooling around with, and I was like, hey, we need to come in, and we did the day one.
Yep.
I couldn't
warm up.
Yeah, we got to the warm up. I couldn't even complete most of the exercises. I was so unmobile that I couldn't even do these things. Cofield did a good job. He went through all of them, but then for like 3 weeks he was out.
I was wrecked. Yeah, my knee was all the size of a bowling ball. It was rough.
So getting old.